hippie hut down a country road. There's a girl named Jonesy with a carefree soul. She's got chickens in the yard, running wild and free, and she's rolling up her life in a sweet green dream. Jonesy in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jonesy's living in her own kind of life. She wakes up with the sunrise, no shoes on her feet, dancing in the garden to a reggae beat. She's got a peace sign hanging on her front porch swing, and a big old smile for everything. Jonesing in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jones's living in her own kind of life. She's got no worries, just the earth and sky, living her life, no need to try, with a heart full of love and a head full of dreams. Jones's riding on life's sweet stream. Jonesing in her hippie hut, life's a breeze, smoking that good stuff, feeling so at ease, with the chickens clucking and the sun so bright. Jones's living in her own kind of life. So if you ever feel lost or caught in a bind, just think of Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free, in a hippie hut just like Jones and you see.
Hello, come on in,
If you
guys.
ever feel lost or caught in a bind,
Make sure to hit that
just think
thumbs
of
up.
Jones and you'll surely find that the simple life's the one that's truly free, in a hippie hut just like Jones and you see.
Hello, all my fabulous hippies. Happy, hold on, what day is it before I embarrass myself? Saturday. Oh, I'm so glad to see y'all. Hello, hello. Hey, Kate. Hey, Shambles. Let's go. Hey, Brent. Let's go. Community. I got some questions because, I mean, as much as I don't want to be, I'm still a part of the CRAMA community in a sense. And I mean, my mindset, I'm all over the damn place. I'm all over the damn place with my thoughts on, is there an expiration date on grooming? Okay. On statutory grape. Is there an expiration on that? Like, does it change anything if later, you know, you're married to that same person with kids and all that? Oh, yep. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Make sure you thank yep if you got one or got it. Yep. Donated one. Yeah. If you got it, thank yep. But is there an expiration date? I think no. Okay. I think no. But then there's a little part of me that thinks yes, because what's done is done. And if nothing was done about it back then, it should be moved on from, because obviously those people didn't want to do anything. That's true. That's true. All right. So for anybody who may be in here that may be confused, I know we've been pushing the local community just as like an escape. Listen, here's what I do. If I'm not helping MJ read emails, I do my true crime stuff during the daytime and I do my guilty pleasure stuff at nighttime. And Local Universe is my guilty pleasure. Okay. That is not what this stream is about, though. It's not about trying to get y'all to be a part of the Local Universe. What it is, though, is something I seen going on in the locale universe that I want to bring to the CRAMA folks and see what y'all think about it. Any and all opinions are welcome, as long as you have them respectfully, and try to have an open mind in this chat of what other people think and feel. So let's jump on to it. So there is a guy. His name's Michael. He is, let me pull it up. He is Angry Grandpa's son. Some people probably remember Angry Grandpa, some probably don't, but let me pull it up and show you. It's a bunch of skits that they used to do. I'm just giving you like a recap, okay? So this is Michael. He's kid behind the camera, and he's made a huge living on YouTube and doing these skits and this, scripted shit, these little shows. Let me show you. I'll show you Angry Grandpa. This is his dad. They used to do like skits and stuff. Let's see. Let's see.
So I want to know right now, how do you expect to pay for this? I'm not. I don't have the money.
Well, we're not. We're not.
I don't have any money. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so the woman you just heard talking in the background, her name's Bridget. That is kid behind the camera, the one you see on the screen right now. It's his wife. Okay, so apparently, as the story goes, Mike met Bridget. He was, I think, 21. I've heard it. And this is a problem I have. His stories consistently change. Like they don't stay consistent. They consistently change, but that's the only consistency with them. So his story is he was 21. Bridget, his wife, who is his wife now, was 15 when they met. He supposedly thought she was in high school, and she supposedly lied to him and told him, hey, I'm 18. He was like, okay, she's 18. She's in high school, but she wasn't in regular high school. She was in like a night school. She was driving and everything. Even at 15, yes, that's what he said, that she was driving and everything. And she lied to him about her age. And he didn't find out until 2 years later when she turned 17. So then you have to say, well, what then? Well, by then, that's, you're past the legal age to make that decision in South Carolina. So that's not even the big deal. But it's something that has hit the internet a long time ago. But because the locale universe is becoming so prominent now on YouTube, a lot more people are watching, a lot more people are entertaining it. And there was a donation that came through on one of the live streams. That's what I'm about to show you now. Let me come over here and check the comments, though. Hey, Brandy. No, and that's part of the problem, Maniacs, because supposedly in his background, like there are videos that he has removed from his channel since all of that information came out. That was him talking about getting dome from Bridget. Yeah, getting dome is he was getting his dick sucked by her when she was 15, and that's a problem. So he removed all those videos. And then supposedly she also lied to her parents and told her parents that he was 18 and he was really 21. You see, so that's the gist. So let's go over here. I want us to watch how this even became a topic again. People had been sending in donations here and there and talking shit in the chat, and things were just glossed over. On this specific time, they weren't glossed over. So let's play that.
Down.
You can't do them.
Tina, can you stop grunting for 2 seconds?
Fuck you, you fucking cum guzzling shitbag.
You got a swirling leg.
Super chatted $20. Tina is a real champ. Becky,
For
do
fuck's
what you
sake.
need to do.
That's 130.
It's coming, y'all. It's coming. Be
Oh, wait.
patient.
See, I'm going by tens again. I'm fucking up. I keep doing that. It's 125.
Hey, Jeff.
Go by tons.
Singular leg. Like
Okay, so that was Becky is going to do a.
Dollars 15 by Michael. He's sick and Dave.
Okay.
Hey, Bridget, did
Oh.
Lizzie super
Oh my God,
chatted
I want to see
19.
that.
Listen to the background. Don't pay attention to the video. Listen to the super chat being read in the background.
Wait, don't know.
$99. Hey, Bridget, did you like being GRO Omed at 15 by Michael? He's
The comments, the super chat said, "Hey, Bridget," which is Michael's wife now. They're married. They've been together for like 15 years. They've got 2 kids. Says, "Hey, Bridget, did you enjoy being groomed at 15 by Michael? He's sick and a PERV." So that's what the super chat said. Now, the reason that super chat was sent in is because Michael's wife joined the panel to fight with Becky, with the other girl on there, right? So this super chat came in addressing specifically Bridget, because Bridget and Michael were both on the panel, as you're about to see.
sick and Dave PRV.
That should definitely subtract a few for me, for fuck's sake. Here we go.
Hold on. Let me respond to that comment. Positive.
Okay.
Here you go.
Person asked if Bridget enjoyed being groomed by me when she was 15.
I groomed him. What the fuck? I lied about my
Okay. Bridget's down here. She's the brown box in the bottom right.
age.
When she was 15.
I groomed him. What the fuck? I lied about my age. I don't regret it.
Not at all.
Not
Not
to
at all.
mention,
Got beautiful
people,
kids.
Like they say this, Michael's a pedophile. Dude, we've been together for fucking going on 18 years. We have
And for me, going on 18 years. Sorry, I was wrong. Not 15, but the other night they said 15. So, like I said, the only thing consistent is the inconsistencies. No, you're not a pedophile necessarily now, but you were back then. My brain's all over the place when it comes to this.
2 kids. We have a house together. Becky, what the fuck are you
I'm
doing?
fucking running the stream, okay? I don't see you doing it. God.
Hey,
I
Becky,
lied, and I don't
Becky,
regret it.
To be quite honest, Jeff, he does still blame her. He says, "Oh, well, she lied to me." Well, first off, you said she lied to, okay, she told you she was 18 and she was in high school and you knew she was in night school. And it wasn't until 2 years later on her 17th birthday that you found out she lied. So you thought she was in high school for 2 going on 3 years as a senior? She that fucking stupid? No. But to be quite honest, Jeff, I feel like this was an easier route when this stuff started coming out. It was an agreement probably made between Michael and Bridget that, hey, it'd just be easier to say I lied to you about my age.
Oh my God, I'm so fucking rich now.
For the next $100 dono.
We got
The
another
next $100
one.
dono, I'll show my stub. And I get up every
Yeah, the math ain't mathin' with his stories.
fucking day and handle business, bitch.
Next what, Dono? How much?
Okay, so that's it for the part where I think that's it. Hold on, I'll let it keep playing.
100.
All right. Well, this one was only 20. What was that, Mike?
Not begging for money, Tina.
It ain't begging. People been dying to see what's underneath this fucking leg, and I'm gonna show them if they pay.
But the point in me showing this is because the girl on the top left, her name's Becky Boop, and she has been blamed and trashed hardcore. Now, I'll show you why in just a minute. But they're blaming this whole thing on her because now Michael has been fired. Keemstar took him out of the Discord and told him even though he's still co-owners of this show with Keemstar, Keemstar has told him, like, you're not to join the panel with them again. But the reason I included this clip is because it was the first mention, and it was actually a mention by a super chat, not Becky.
Amy.
I never
Don't worry
asked.
She's
about
a
it.
glutton for punishment. God. Listen, I really want to try to do these by the end of the stream. I want to do it for myself at this point. 135 is a lot, though. Bridget, if you're going to stay, turn on your fucking camera. I've had enough
Shut
of your
the fuck up.
bullshit.
This is her goddamn husband.
Okay, so I guess that's it for that part. Let me go over here and get the next timestamp. It was 107. So this is when it was brought back up, and it was because the whole time, all four of these motherfuckers, like, they're always fighting. The normal people on the show are the three on the left, the top, the middle, and the bottom left. They're the normal show people. The bottom right is his wife, and the far right is McJuggernauts or whatever his name is, McJuggies, McNuggy. I don't even fucking know. I don't care. They were just guests on the show. And Becky was saying, I can handle, being talked shit to by my co-host, but I'm not gonna take being ganged up on by my co-host and the guests that are joining the stream. I totally get it. But that led her into getting really worked up, and she ended up bringing up that super chat again. And this is why she has been blamed. 107. Was it 107? It was, yeah. 107.
She do for it. Or just
Okay, here we go.
I said she has a beautiful home, bitch.
Okay,
Becky,
so
she would
what
never
did
say
she
your
do
house is
for it? What
beautiful.
did she
You
do
live-
for it? Or did she
You live
rely
in a
off
goddamn
Michael
bum.
and just spread for bread, and that's why she has some fucking piglets? Do not make me
Wait a
drag the
minute.
kids into this,
No,
Tina.
she's
Do
not gonna
not.
get piglets.
Do
She's
not
not
gonna
start
start
with
with
me.
me.
Then
You wanna
don't
fight, we
start
can
with me,
go,
bitch.
girl.
It's not the fucking day. Do not.
Okay. So first of all, I met Bridget in 2008. Before YouTube, before there was any money, we used to sleep
Yep.
on a twin-size mattress with springs cutting us while we slept.
Yeah,
And cockroaches falling on their head.
apparently she was also
First
15.
night she slept over.
Apparently, guess what? Apparently she was also 15 and too young to know any better.
So that's when it was brought up again. And that's true. I cannot falter for saying that, because it's true. Like, you're talking about when you first met her back in 2008, she was 15 years old and y'all were sleeping on a busted mattress where the springs were poking you. Yeah, gross.
I lied, bitch.
Yeah, okay, fine. Then you're a lying cunt who's
wait,
fucking
hold on.
worthless.
We live in the South. A lot of people get together young.
Not when
Hey,
they're
Mary,
both
it's
not young,
14
not
down
when one
here,
is
bitch.
older. Do not fucking start with me, Tina. You're gonna open this can of worms. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm fucking
But I
mad.
thought
Do
that was
not
fucking
do it.
We
40.
can all take you,
I was-
girl.
Mike
Like
was
I was
20.
fucking
The
40. I
chat's
was
spamming it.
21,
Mike was
okay?
22. She was 15. And you always
Okay, so he was 22 and she was 15.
joke, Bridget. You're the one who lured him into it. You think you're so fucking smart because you were a fucking idiot and don't know how much of a difference 7 years makes. I don't want to hear
Hold
it.
on.
This is all
Hold
happening
on,
because of
hold
Tina.
on.
What?
Hold on. Her own dad and mom were the same age, you dumb motherfucker.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about Bridget and Michael.
And I'm talking about her mother and her father.
I don't care about
were
that.
the
That has
same
nothing to
age
do with it.
difference. So shut the
That
fuck
doesn't
up.
make it
Difference isn't the problem. The problem is she was a 15-year-old impressionable child. That's the problem. And yes, they are married today. They've been together 17, 18 years. They have 2 children. But as Unsupervised Maniac stated in the chat, is grooming can last a whole lifetime. Like, you started out being groomed unknowingly. And I think if it's true that he didn't know her real age, he unknowingly started out by grooming her because he didn't know she was 15, supposedly. So regardless, either way, it is grooming. You can't deny that. And if that could continue up till present day, it could continue to the future.
right. That doesn't make it right.
Yes, it does. We live in the South.
Oh, so you're saying all the South is backwards inbred Hicks? Okay.
Nah, bitch. Tina, you don't speak for the South, baby. A lot of people did used to get married very young, 14, 15 years old, to their man that was 5 or 6 years older. That was way back in the day. I mean, it was normal to be married off young. Times have changed, bro, and it's because we finally realized with scientific evidence that the brain is not fully matured to make these type of decisions until you're 25, 26 years old. So the times have changed.
Okay, Tina. Fucking
She's
weak
not my sister,
arguments.
you dumb fucking bitch.
What,
I
Michael?
lied about my age. That has nothing to do with
Okay,
Michael.
no more
and I
jumping
don't
jacks.
regret
No,
it.
No more
hold on.
jumping
Let's
jacks.
give-
You
no,
do
shut
some
up.
No, not in the 2000s, Yep. I mean, like my mama and papa. My mama was a lot younger. Not a lot younger than my papa, but a good bit. And she was very, very young when they got married. My other grandmother too. I think it was normal back in my grandparents' day when they were kids to get married young.
fucking
Shut
work,
up, shut
Michael.
up, shut
You
up,
do some
shut
fucking
up.
work.
I'm
No,
talking to
fuck
you.
you.
Shut
You
up.
do some goddamn
No.
work, motherfucker. Fat Pillsbury Doughboy. Get your
You can do
ass
some
off
work.
the chair
I'm the
and do
reason your fat
something.
dumb fucking ass has a goddamn job to do jumping jacks on in the fucking first place, you hoarder. You fucking hoarding bitch. Now let me fucking respond to your dumb fucking ass, okay? So, in your fucking world, me and Bridget go on a fucking first date. She's lied about her age. I started dating her because I thought she could drive and she was going to take me fucking places. Should I have asked for her ID?
That's another thing. It's small, but I'm a harp on it. Because he thought she could fucking drive and she could take him places. And he was a 22-year-old grown ass man. Take yourself places, boo.
the fucking police, you dumb fuck?
She knew better and she set you up. And I don't care. I'm tired of this fucking
Don't
conversation because
get
if
on
you
my fucking ass,
bitches,
act like I'm
if
some
you
fucking
bitches
pedophile
stop,
when the bitch
how
lied
about
about
you
her fucking
stop
age.
running your mouth and start running your fat legs and do some exercise, Michael? Because I'm not doing it anymore.
I
House,
don't fucking around with
Becky.
you.
How much you
Okay?
do
I don't
that,
have
bitch?
to do
Leave
anything.
your
Bridget.
fucking house before I goddamn
Bridget.
post your actual fucking disgusting house video all over Twitter.
Ooh, you got her
She
shit.
didn't earn the fucking right. I'm not doing it with her. I'm not doing it with her. Nope. I will quit the
Yeah,
show
but
right
yeah.
fucking now. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Like I said, this was after 45 minutes to an hour of all four of them ganging up on Becky. Should she have used it in that moment? No, because it's like a revenge thing. But we all have levels that we go to characteristically. Like we don't necessarily want to go there, but we fuck up and we do go there. So she is wrong for throwing it back up later in the argument, but she's not wrong in what she's saying.
Not doing it. No, not
No.
doing it.
Is it you?
Well, you know what?
Hey, Pam.
You called her kid.
Yeah, and then fucking
Okay, so then we have, let's go over here. This is the follow-up. This is Locale Live. This is the one with Keemstar, who is the boss on the right-hand side right here. And then you got the two Dumb and Dumber co-hosts. And this was them going into the topic of what happened on the live stream.
Thing's wife bring you a White Claw now or are working with a guy named Michael Green that should literally be on a Chris Hansen
my
show.
God.
What is wrong with
That
you?
was the other thing. Okay, listen.
Yeah, we have to talk.
Yes. Okay, Nunya. If he divorced her tomorrow and went after someone under 18, that I can see is the point. But he met her, married her, and still with her. What can be done to fix it now? It's their life. That's exactly what I'm about to show. Is Keemstar saying the expiration date is gone? You know, there's an expiration date on this, and to me, like she could, if they divorced, she could go to file a complaint that this happened and she felt like she was a victim of grooming if she decided to do that today. But it doesn't seem like that's where it's going because she also had permission from her parents. Her parents were good with it. That's their own, hey. Or they were good with it when they eventually found out, because supposedly they didn't find out until later. But that's their own prerogative. It might not be right to us, but as her being a 15-year-old and their minor child, that is up to them. But there's really nothing to do about it today other than talk about it, which is what we're doing. But that's why I don't know, I was just nosy to see what you guys thought. So let's listen to them discuss it.
Okay, let's get this done and out of the way. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yes, please.
Michael Green was, I don't know the ages. Do you know the ages?
Yep.
Apparently.
Yeah, she could split with him today and cry victim. It don't mean that it would necessarily go her way because of the parental agreement of it and all that. It doesn't mean it will go that way, but it could happen.
I think Bridget was 16 when they met and 22 was Michael. And then she lied.
They only got married like 2 years ago, but they've been together for 17 years.
About her age.
Okay.
And
No,
then
it
when he
was-
found
it
out
was
they
15,
cooled
Boogie.
everything off. Was it
Okay.
15?
How
It was
old was
15
Michael?
because-
How old was Michael?
22.
22.
Okay, so Michael's 22 years old. Bridget is 15. They start dating. Clearly, Michael should be fucking canceled, right? But allegedly, Bridget lied about her age. And then after Bridget was 18, Michael finds out her real age, right?
That's not true.
Okay,
The story given on Queens was he found out when she was 17 and he's already been dating her for 2 years. And he found out by her birthday cake having 17 candles on it.
Okay.
So my question is this: from age 15 to 17, did you wonder where she was at between 7 and 3 p.m. every day?
A lot of people live with their parents, and
yeah, but you know, she goes to fucking school. Like how you not notice she went to school for 2 years?
Okay, but here's
a really
my,
hot take.
Here's my issue with it, right? Should Michael have been canceled for that? 100%. Should he got?
He should have been canceled. And and I don't even technically believe in cancel culture, but for certain situations, I do. But back then, when this was first found out, he should have been canceled. But the fact of the matter is that he wasn't. It was, I guess they addressed it and they caught a lot of hell from it, and then they just kept pushing on. So why cancel him now because of it? Like, it's so old now. And there's nothing that can be done about it.
Got in trouble? 100%. However, he ended up marrying her. They have kids together, and the expiration date on canceling him has long fucking gone. All right.
Yeah. So not necessarily the expiration date on him being prosecuted for it. He could still be, like I said earlier, he could still be prosecuted on it if she decided to split from him and go that route. But the expiration date on canceling him, I kind of agree with Keem on this, because it's like, it's kind of like been there, done that. What else can be done now?
Right. Yeah. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just be like, fuck you, Michael, I hate you?
Unbound Soul super chatted $20. I really love this show. Bigs ups, guys. Keep up the great work. Also, Keem, have you heard from Leafy and Kyle? Hashtag LocalLeafy.
People are saying that I'm supporting a pedo and all this other fucking dumb shit. And it's dude, they're married. They have kids together.
Gary super chat.
And for some people, that does make a difference. Y'all seen Nunya's comment in here earlier. She's in that same thought process. Like, it hits different when you find out that they're married and they've got kids together. But let's think about, what's his name? Jimbo. The guy over there, in what case is he a part of? I don't even know if he does true crime, but Nicolina used to go after him, and Constant Sue has something to say, used to go after him. Rap used to troll him with the 12 is 12. It's still kind of, 12 is 12, well, 15 is 15. But it hits different for people when they have made a life together past that.
Added $20.
And
Nobody believes that shit. How does a 15-year-old go through school and teenager shit without a 22 noticing? Also, didn't Tina know her since she was 9? Sus.
Okay.
Tina says she wasn't around during that time, but go ahead.
I love Mike, but take Mike's person out. Take your friendship with Mike out of the equation. If a 30-year-old starts dating like a 14-year-old, and you don't hear about it till he's 36 and she's 19, do you look at him differently?
Yeah, but listen,
That's kind of how, I mean, one side of my brain is saying, I mean, it sees it a little different because they are married. But then the other side of my brain is saying, well, what if they got married because she was groomed into thinking this was normal? I don't know. I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm telling you.
that is not the scenario. Do you know how old Bridget is?
31, I think.
31 years old. All right. Like, this is long overdue. Long overdue. Okay.
Sorry.
We talked about this on Drama Alert, I think, at some point, and we covered this. And it was like Mike was already married with kids with her. It's like there's nothing anybody could do, right? Like, what?
And let me add, okay, if Michael were to do something like that again,
And because of this comment, Long Island Girl said, I think it's gross that Boogie is dating a 20-something-year-old and he's like 50. He knows better. Boogie, let me move these closed captioning. This one, top left, is Boogie. And I agree with you. What does a 50-year-old have in common with a 20-year-old? And if I'm not mistaken, he was 48 and his girlfriend was 18 when they met. What does a 48-year-old have in common with an 18-year-old? I don't know. Must be the money. Must be the notoriety. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's weird as fuck. And let's not forget, it seems like a trending thing for these dudes. I don't know about Wings. I don't know. He went through a whole people calling him, trying to cancel him for being a pedo, but I don't know his situation. But supposedly something like that went down with him, and he's the one on the bottom. But Keem's girlfriend's way younger. Boogie's girlfriend's way younger. It's like a common theme, and it's kind of creepy if you think about it.
we're all going to fucking cancel him. We're fucking done with Mike. Get the fuck out. He did this back in 2001.
Hey, suitcase.
Like, and he's never done anything like that since. And he married the woman and had kids. Like, look, it's fucked up. He did it, but he did it. He married the girl. He had kids with the girl, and he's never done anything like that again. And Mike, if you do something like that again, I'll stab you in your fucking chest. Like, don't fuck like, but he won't because he's not inclined.
Take it this way.
But see that kind of remark right there. But he won't because he's not inclined. Why is he not inclined? Him and Bridget are supposed to be getting a divorce. He's supposedly doing some online dating. How does he know the girls he's talking to in his little online dating aren't minors? I'm just saying. And then if he found out, would he step back from it? I personally think he would. I don't think he would do it again, but we can't determine that. We can't know that for sure. And him saying, but he won't because he's not inclined, that's an ignorant statement.
And Chad
There's people only murdered people one time as well, and they're in jail still.
And I believe in forgiveness for them too.
Chad is also saying that I myself and Scarce covered it at the time that the story came out. So we did cover it, but it's like, I'm sorry, like I just don't look
right. And that's the other part. I see what unsupervised maniacs. So what is the punishment for that? Genuinely asking. She does not want to press any charges. She loves her husband. Yeah. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
look at Mike like he's a fucking pedo. I don't. He like him and Bridget, I've known them forever. They're married, they have kids. I just don't look at it that way.
All right, well, look at it this way, King.
I don't think they're really getting a divorce, and they are. They've talked about being in an open relationship prior. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think the divorce is scripted. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just saying you can't sit up here and say he won't do it again. He's not inclined to, because you don't know what he will or will not do again.
Huh?
Would you leave your daughter around Mike? Like if it her and him in the house by themselves?
Yes.
Without question.
And there's your answer.
Yes. I trust Mike to be nothing but a fucking gentleman around my kids. And I would assume that he would trust me with his kids as well.
And I know the kind of woman that Mike is attracted to, because we've talked about it many, many times. And they're all definitely adults. It's so bizarre that we're thinking otherwise.
I agree,
they look like
Stevie.
adults. They are adults. They are in fact adults.
Yeah, I don't think there is a punishment now, unless Bridget decided to leave him and try to press charges or whatever, say she was groomed or brainwashed or whatever, what have you. But outside of that, there's nothing to do. But there are very strong opinions on this. And that is why I wanted to do this live. I wanted to know how y'all felt because I myself am struggling, and because I don't mind Mike still being a part of the show because it is so old, but I'm always kind of going to look at him as a groomer because he is indeed, no matter if they're married now with kids, he is still factually a groomer.
It's beyond me to think that he would ever be attracted to
Mike's
somebody
gonna look at me differently for this. My thing is just like I got lambasted so hard for having a bad take about age of consent. Like it made me miserable for almost 7 years. People
See, so that's him talking about his little situation. She was 15, Nunya.
using and weaponizing. Hell, we still got ads on this show right now because of that take. And just to see local queens have the exact same take I had, and people just like, it's like,
here's the other thing.
Wow.
Here's the other thing.
But that's a good
Is
point.
what would
That's a good point, Nunya, because she was 15. So she was before the age of consent, but not far from the age of consent because the age of consent there is 16. So
really make me feel different about this. If Bridget ever came out and said, Mike took advantage of me when I was 15 years old, if she came out and had an issue with what would happen, I would feel different about the situation. Yes. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do y'all think about that? Like if Bridget was to come out here and say, I felt like I was taken advantage of when I was 15 years old, do you think that would change it for you? For me, speaking for myself, no, because I still consider him a groomer because he did it in the first place.
But she's incentivized to do that because they're going through a divorce right now.
But she has said the exact opposite. She has said multiple times, it was my fault. I lied about my age.
Nunya said, I believe two of these people speaking don't have, these two up top, don't have a leg to stand on because you're both 50-year-old men with 20-year-olds.
Right? Like every situation is completely different. They're not all the fucking same. And this is one of those situations where Mike is 100% in the wrong. He looks horrible for this scenario.
Origin Bean super chatted $20.
Yes,
R. Kelly only pissed on a few women. He's probably only done it once or twice.
Shut up.
Bro, Boogie, you can defend anyone that way. Keem's friendship
They didn't like that comment. They did not like that comment.
is getting in the way of
That's
his
not
judgment.
true. That's not
IDK
true.
the whole situation, but it sounds Seuss.
Okay. You know what? At the time that I covered this on Drama Alert, Kid Behind the Camera got canceled for it, right? He got exposed for it.
No, if he got canceled, he wouldn't even be able to come back, in my opinion. If he truly got canceled for it, when all of this shit was found out from the beginning, usually you don't come back stronger than before if you were actually truly canceled.
Did him and
That's
Bridget
my
break up?
opinion.
No. Did Bridget file charges on him? No. Did Bridget's parents file charges on him? No. Did literally anything happen with that at all? No. They went on to have kids. You know, like
something that did
it's
happen.
just like,
and I hate to say this, there's something that did happen. Mike went back and retroactively removed every video of him and Bridget together on Angry Grandpa. And he most likely did because South Carolina doesn't have statute of limitations.
Oh, he most likely did that because people were canceling him for it, and he didn't want to be canceled for marrying the woman he loved.
Right, but South Carolina doesn't have statute of limitations. If you do a crime at any,
unless there was video of them banging it out on there.
He had a video where he talked about her giving him oral sex on their first date when she was 15 and he was 22.
Oh, I never heard that, but here's okay. Let's contextualize it real quick, Keem.
Okay, so Keem had a thought about that, but he didn't vocalize it. But look at his face when Wing said that.
Video where he talked about her giving him oral sex on their first date when she was 15 and he was 22.
Oh, I never heard that, but
yeah, so he feels away, but he ain't saying nothing.
Here's okay. Let's contextualize it real quick, Keem. Imagine just some random other YouTuber. You don't know this guy, you've never worked with this guy, you've never been friends with this guy, and you find out that the woman he's married and he has two kids with, they got together when one of them was 15, one of them was 22. It's I don't know, Mr. Beast or Nicholas Diorio or Mudar. Just well, you know these guys. It's fucking J Station. Mm-hmm. How would you feel then? We would cancel him a little bit, but I would be like, hey, well, at least
I think the point.
Hey, y'all, welcome in. Make sure to hit that thumbs up for me.
Of exposing someone for being a pedo or a groomer or any of this is to one, so they face the music for it. And 2, so they can no longer be a danger to children, right? Isn't that the point of it? Exposing
of course.
pedos? I have never seen kid behind the camera.
Yeah, the point of exposing it is to make sure it doesn't happen again from that same person. And none of you 3 can guarantee it wouldn't happen again. That's just, and that's coming from me. I like the guy. So, but the facts are the facts.
A danger to children. I've never looked at him in that way. I've never seen him that way. I've never heard any other fucking story about him. And should he have been canceled in that moment when they started dating? 100%, 1,000,000%. But they're married with kids.
Yeah, Harley.
The expiration date is over on that. And I don't think that kid behind the camera, Mike, is a danger to children at all. I literally said I would let him watch my own daughter.
$19.99. I made my money off.
But see, that's because he's close friends with them. So he's saying he would let. We had a close friend that was 20 and with a 16-year-old, and the parents knew and everything. But when they broke up, the girl said that he had raped her. And so they pressed charges on him. Now, did it really happen or not? I don't know. But did we hold that against him forever? No, it's not something we continue to throw up at him, but it's something we always had in the back of our mind. And he was always around, like we had Caden, and he was always around, but I would have never, and just because that's my mommy instinct coming in, I would have never left Caden with him or around him. I just wouldn't have.
Recommend everyone look into responsible investing. 26 and never have to work a day in my life because I invested young.
Look at this.
I agree,
Oh,
Stevie.
prove it. How come you're not maxed out at a $500 then with your daily?
You're like $200
super
away,
chat?
man.
Prove
The
it.
only I love
Baller.
Mike. I think Mike's a cool person. The only reason I'm going at him this hard is I don't want you to like defend him without like all the facts on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, Long Island
no,
girl.
you're telling me the facts, right?
Right.
And that's fine. And yeah, I guess he is wrong as hell for that. But it's still like, what can be done? What can be done about it? Do you think he's a pedophile?
No,
Exactly.
You know,
Do you think
even if
he's a danger to children?
no.
Okay, so it's like, then what are we doing then? What are we doing? We're just gonna
Like,
ruin Mike and his children, his life.
even if you had the take though that he needs to get away from that girl, they're getting a divorce. It's happening. They need to separate. Okay, they did.
Being in the position we're in the community, right, is our due diligence to actually discuss this and discuss it with all the facts on the table. That's what we're doing here. We're not actually actively trying to cancel Mike. That's not our choice to cancel him. That's a community choice to cancel him or not.
Yeah.
But we are obligated to talk about everything in the world and not just build a narrative or a straw man for one side of the case. That's where I'm getting at. I don't want Mike to look at me differently. I'm not out here trying to hurt him or anything like that. I'm just basically stating, I think everybody here agrees what he did was wrong. But at this point, it's like they're married with kids. They've built a whole life together.
At the end of the day,
at no point was she like, oh, he raped me.
Yeah. At the end of the day, his kids, right, have to grow up with all this shit being said on the internet.
Video games super chatted $20. Jesus Christ. You guys are acting like Mike made a video of Becky getting kissed by Shaq.
But and at the end of the spectrum, which I'm not completely ready for this conversation, but there's a whole like the what's that shit called, the Nightingale, or like the effect. What's that effect where like nurses fall in love with patients or people fall in love with people in prison? I forgot what it's called. But like some people
John Ciano
fall in love with their
super chatted
kidnappers.
But I think and I agree with Stevie. It's not going the way they planned because they keep bringing up he's married with he's married to her now and they have children. Take that, and this is what I was talking about earlier, but take that part out. Take that part completely out because that does affect some people's way of thinking. It absolutely does, including these up here on the panel. But take that part out. It's still gross. It's still you just cannot deny or get rid of the fact that she was 15, he was 22. They were in an inappropriate relationship, and she was susceptible to whatever he said, did, all of it. She was still groomed, and her being married with children could be the product of being groomed.
and shit like that.
I agree with Boogie. If you groom a minor, it's okay as long as you marry them and have kids. Good take and makes sense from his point of view.
Dude,
Good take, Jordy.
nobody-
Call Boogie on his lie.
Nobody's saying
Nobody
that.
Well,
here-
Boogie lied.
Not a single person here said it was okay. Not a single person. Not me, not Boogie, not Wings. No one is saying that. What we're saying is we don't think he's a pedo, and that he's married with kids.
They don't think he's a pedo, but he was a pedo. That's the whole point. They don't get that, like, a pedo is not necessarily a one-time thing. Like, oh, it blows my mind.
Expiration date for anything being done in this situation, for me, seems like it's over. Like you said, there's no statute of limitations, right, Wings?
Correct.
So what does that mean? Do you think a prosecutor is going to press charges on Mike?
I had the ATF raid my house because I said that I had a sawed-off shotgun 15 years ago. So, like, if you are linked to a crime or you admit to a crime, and a prosecutor is bored enough, he can go back and press charges retroactively.
Yeah, okay, no. Ain't no prosecutor just going to look you up and be like, let's go for you because I'm bored. No. But if they split and she went to law enforcement, they could do something about it.
At any point in South Carolina.
There isn't going to be a prosecutor in
Trade
the
Alert
state of...
Parody super chatted $19.99.
That's right, Keemstars.
Keem, if you're letting KBAC slide, that's simple.
Oh my God.
Then Pyro and Kiwis need an apology from you.
It is.
They got caught
DJ.
in the moment. They got caught in the moment for being a danger to children.
Got caught in the moment. Ugh.
I found out about this story after Bridget and Mike were dating for, 10 years, a decade? They were married at the point I found out. It is not the fucking same. Just like someone up here saying, oh, well, you need to apologize to Dr. Disrespect, you hypocrite. No, I don't. Those situations are not the same. Someone else donated saying, well, R. Kelly, situations, again, are not the same. They're completely fucking different.
How are they different? If Dr. Disrespect married the girl that would be 18 now, and she's probably 18, 19 now, would it be cool?
No, it wouldn't. What kid behind the camera did was not cool.
Yeah, to me it would be, Nunya, because it's like a long-term thing. And that's why I said maybe he didn't realize if it's true that he didn't know her age, which I don't buy it for a second. But if that's true, he could have unknowingly been grooming her and impressionate. I don't know the right word. Making impressions on her without realizing it. And she could have been taking that all in. It's so hard to explain. The grooming, I think it doesn't end just because you got married and had kids. Because if it wasn't for the grooming prior to that, there's a very big possibility if you would have had somebody in your corner or standing up for her, she would have decided not to continue it with them. So, I mean, I don't know. That's what I mean.
Cool. Am I
Video
saying
game
it's cool?
super chatted $20.
Where did I say it was cool?
This donation
You're saying the
is on
statute of
behalf
limitations
King
would be
Ahal.
up. Like you can't cancel them. Like if Dr. Disrespect married the girl he was like sexting on Twitch.
No, divorce then wouldn't end the grooming for her. Like if they continued having contact, it would still be, in my opinion, a source of grooming. That's what they want her to do, Nunya. I don't necessarily think she needs to do that because it's done and over with, and she feels like this is her man, that she's got kids with him. They've created a whole family together, so that's not what she wants. But a lot of people do want something done about it. They're like, what the fuck? What is going on? But you can't force her to do something about it. You can't force her to consider if she was groomed, because when you're being groomed, you don't know you're being groomed.
Which whatever, you couldn't cancel him if you married her.
But
no, you cancel him in the moment.
And then people are saying, would you allow your daughter to be with Mike? What? Would you allow to get banned in my fucking chat, you fucking weirdo? No. And now we can't see you anymore. Talking about my kid
No,
like that.
Them
Fucking
being married
weirdo.
with kids makes it more complicated, quite honestly, because she probably never will see it as being groomed or being taken advantage of. She probably never will see it because this is her husband. This is who she loves. This is who she has decided to create a life with. And for me, if that's her decision, who are we to be judge, jury, and executioner? She's the one that has that power. If she is saying, this is my man, this is who I love, I've created a life with him, I just want to continue doing that, then that's on her.
No, no one is saying this is okay. What I'm saying is, what the fuck? What could be done about it? What could be done about it?
Well, we can't do anything about that, but we can do something about the other thing. Like what I witnessed last night on Queens, we should like distance ourselves from, because there was like a 30 or 45-minute window where they were advocating the age of consent.
Yeah, to me, unknowing. No, what I mean by that, Stevie, is unknowingly grooming would be if he didn't realize, like, because his whole story is he didn't know she was 15, right? That he thought she was an adult. He thought she was 18 years old when he met her. So you wouldn't necessarily think, oh, let me groom this child. No, you would be having a consensual adult relationship as far as you knew. So that's what I mean by unknowingly grooming. If he really did think she was an adult, he wouldn't think anything he's saying or doing is impressionable upon a child.
What?
Who was?
Oh man, I don't want to put people under the bus. It started out with Jesse, and then it kind of moved on to everybody there. Like,
what the fuck did they say?
What did they say?
You'd have to go back and watch it, and maybe Gino put it, but they basically said like, who makes the numbers up? Like what, they were really like picking, because Bridget and Mike were there, and Jesse was trying to pick Bridget and Mike up, and Tina was like, I don't understand, she was 9, it's okay. Like the only person on the show that wasn't going against it was Becky. The other 4 were like, just
Creative J
like,
super chatted.
chat back me up here. Somebody had to see it.
Stop with false BS, Boogie. You know damn well Mike and Bridget aren't getting divorced. And for all you saying she lied about her age.
Well, because by the time he supposedly says he found out when she was 17 that she lied to him, and they had already been together 2 years. And to me, that would make me that would throw red flags up in my mind and be like, damn, you lied to me about something like that? No, fuck this. You could have got me, 20 for 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nothing to do with it. But she was of legal age and, allowed to make that decision for herself by the time he supposedly found out. So they continued their relationship.
It's the adult's responsibility to know the age, whether she lied or not. And
Okay, look,
Keem, they've only been married 2 years max.
Look, let me thin out the veil a little bit. I know Mike really well, and I know they've done a million breakup stories and shit, but I've had a personal private conversation with Mike, and he's like, yeah, we really need to separate, and I think this is it. And I believe him. 100%. He has no reason to ever lie to me. He's not making, that's not a content thing. He's just like, yeah, we're separating.
But see, him and his old lady separating isn't gonna fix it. It's not gonna fix it for people. People want blood.
I think this is it. That's his word. So you call it fake if you want to. I hope
Supposedly, she told her parents he was 18, and she told him she was 18. And none of them found out until she was 17 that she lied to both of them. That's supposedly the story. On her 17th birthday, when they was at their little family birthday gathering, whatever, is when they all found out that she had been lying. And at that point, she's of legal age in South Carolina to make that decision herself. Her parents have no say-so.
Work it out personally.
Somebody in the chat gets a time.
But from what I understand, because they're really cool, like he's really cool with her parents. I'm assuming they accepted it and said, well, what's done is done. I don't like that it happened, maybe. But if y'all are going to be together, y'all are going to be together. It's her choice now. But supposedly the parents are really cool with them.
For what I'm talking about, because
like the dad does videos with them, or did.
For the sake of his kids, I hope they
Allison
work it
Zero
out,
super chatted $20. So what? Bridget lied. They both love each other, and Mike is no evil person. I would trust him with my kids. Sly Guy FP's super chatted $20. All this BS the past few days was caused by Becky.
Yep.
She takes
Yep.
things too far all the time.
Caused by
She
Becky.
almost ruined Fat Kim. It seems like she is actively trying to sabotage all the other shows besides Queens.
Yep.
She is a horrible person.
She will ruin
Rick
Fat
Nick
Camp,
super
and I'll tell you why.
$19
Because
and 99 cents.
Okay. So, B Ferg said he had no idea she was in high school the whole time. He supposedly thought she was in high school, in night school because she did like night school. And he thought she was 18 and doing night school. But then 2 years later, I guess she was still 18 and doing night school. Okay, so let's go to the next part. This is when he comes up himself to address it. 116.
I'm fucking not. I think I am gonna fucking drink. I think I am gonna fucking drink.
Get drunk, come on, Queens. What is up? What? Okay, so I'm giving the
Right,
kids a bath.
Deets?
I'm like, let me see what's going on locale. I put it on, and this is what I fucking hear.
well, you guys brought it up last night. We generally have to talk about what you guys talked about.
Yes,
sometimes.
of course.
I agree. I think he knew her age. I think she knew his age. Well, of course she knew his age, but I don't think she lied to either one of them. I think they all knew and they all accepted it and they were all okay with it. But because it's not acceptable in public for the general public when they find stuff like this out, they're outraged. And I think that's when they made the decision, well, let's just say I lied to you about my age. That's what I think.
Listen, it comes down to this. I was lied to like 17 years ago, and we're still together with kids.
Mike, you keep going back to this, but how did you spend 2 years of your life not realizing she's going to school?
And then he did also, I'm going to stop pausing it because I want y'all to hear what he's got to say. But he did, let's not forget there are deleted videos where he's talked about her supposedly lying to him about her age. And he also, in that same video, talked about getting oral sex from her when she was 15.
School, that she can't drive.
I knew she was going on a wing. I've already said, I knew she was going to school when we started dating.
Right, but you were under the impression, how old did you think she was when you first went out?
18.
18-year-old, did you think she was going to college?
No, she told me she was in high school. I knew that.
But you said 2 years passed, so she should be 20 when she was actually 17.
A lot of people fail and stay in classes for the record.
Yes, Bridget was going to night classes.
But here's the thing, Boogie and stuff.
I'll stop going so hard in the chat. I can tell there's people that aren't chatting anymore, and it's because they feel like they can't have an opinion without being attacked. Cut the shit out.
Carolina, once you hit 18, they can't legally allow you to keep going back to school because then you're an adult.
That's not true.
Even night classes? You can't go to night classes?
No, because then you're an adult that they're putting adults in with underage people.
Bridget was still in night classes. Hold on, let me talk, Boogie. Bridget was still in night classes when she was 18. That's just a lie with Boogie or Wings.
No, it's not a lie. I'm saying like she should have been 20 in your head when she was having her 17th birthday when you found out.
Yes, in South Carolina, you can attend night classes if you're 18 years old. According to state code, anyone over 21 can attend. Anyone up to 21 can attend night schools.
I mean, well, honestly, it's not even something that I was really thinking about. Plus, we were doing YouTube at the time. We were going heavy into it.
I agree.
I had my own shit. I had a job. I generally trust the people that I'm talking to. I don't know if you asked Kelly to see her ID when you guys started fucking dating or whatever, but
I personally did, but just because Desi looks.
I mean,
young, but
well, yeah, but you're also 50.
And Kelly are the same
right. I was
age,
50 exactly.
Kelly's actually 2 years older than I am.
Yeah, but Wings, you guys met like a couple of years ago. That's not. Like, come on,
I met in 2014.
Obviously, it's like a different situation.
I knew Kelly 10 years before I even.
Well, how old was Kelly when you guys met?
30.
Okay, well, you don't need to check the fucking ID of a 30-year-old woman.
Right. But you said, did I check Kelly's ID? I'm like, we were old enough.
The point is, it's not generally. Right, I was 21. It's generally not something you do as a fucking 21-year-old. When somebody tells you they're 18, I'm not going to go, hey, can I see your ID? It's stupid.
Here's I don't know what Bridget looked like when she was 15, but like I know what like my nieces looked like when they were 15, and they look drastically different from 15 versus 20.
Or 18.
Well, Wings, only one of us is on file fucking defending like the age of consent. That's not even me. I haven't even said that. I feel like I'm the fucking victim in this. I was the one fucking lied to.
I mean, if you watch the Queen's clip, you're on file too, bud.
I did not say that. Hey, watch the Wings. Watch the clip. I did not say anything about the age of consent.
I mean, I might be misremembering. So
you're
might
misremembering.
Right.
Jesse said something about he asked what the age
for certain.
He asked what it was. I said, and I didn't say anything about like the age of consent like being what it was.
I'm like, Mike, you and I have talked about this before, and like I've told you, this is the one thing about you that I really have trouble with, right? We've talked about that.
You're gaslighting right now, dude. You're 50 and you started dating an 18-year-old. I don't want to fucking hear it.
No, I'm just saying. I just said.
No, hold on.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. You told me about it. I'm like, that sucks. That sucks.
You never said that.
I said that it sucked.
No, you never said that. I'm not gonna let you gaslight me, dude.
Okay,
you're 50
fine.
dating an 18-year-old. I'm not gonna fucking put up with your lies.
She's
dude.
22 now, but okay, go on.
She was 18 when you started fucking dating. Dude.
No, she was 20.
I agree. Things were a little different 20 years ago, but I think the smart thing for sure is to ask for ID, but would he have asked for ID back then? I don't know. I didn't surround myself in situations like this, so I don't know.
When you started dating, what you think you started dating in 2020?
When we started, hold on, when you started talking to,
that's what Keemstar said, the exact same thing, and you were all fucking wrong. I'll show your ID right now.
Dude,
we started dating.
Yeah, because these girls nowadays, and that's the difference too. She's 31 now. I'm 36, so I'm 5 years older than her. But if I think about it, like, if I show y'all a picture of me at 15 and a picture of me at 18, it's drastically different. And I also looked like a 15-year-old, right? A 15-year-old girl. These girls nowadays, like, I don't understand. It's like maybe he could have been fooled nowadays in 2025. Because these girls are 13 going on 30 looking like, but back then, I just can't see it.
23. She's turning 22. Do the math, you dipshit motherfucker.
You were talking to her when we went to fucking Houston, Texas, brother. And
yes, she was 19 at the time. She was turning 21. She was turning 21 in less than a month. And we never dated till she was 20.
I don't want to hear you fucking being outraged and disgusted.
I'm not outraged. I'm not outraged. I'm not outraged.
Mike, at the end of the day, both were consenting adults in Boogie's relationship. That's not the issue.
Excuse me, I was under the assumption that I was in a consensual adult relationship too. The only difference is mine's not like a 30-year fucking age gap.
The only problem I have with that, Mike, is the fact that you're pleading ignorance.
I still
same MK.
You got
hard to believe.
Be mad if you want. Tell me I didn't say that if I want.
Same MK, but supposedly she lied to her parents and told them that he was 18. I mean, is it so hard to believe that maybe her parents believed her because he's still immature. He's a very immature dude. And hell, he was 22 and didn't even have a vehicle or a driver's license. Like, that part I could see them believing.
You didn't say that.
I still think it sucks. I'm saying it now. I think it sucks you got lied to.
I do too, but in the end of the day, I have 2 fucking kids out of it. I've been married for fucking, all year, but we've been together for 17 fucking years. We've been together longer than the age when we got together. I'm sorry. Be outraged, I guess.
I mean, it is what it is. It was back in 2008. Bush was president.
Yes, he was a scrub.
This late day and age. And even if
he's not a scrub now, he's a millionaire now, but he was a scrub.
Like I said earlier, even if somebody thinks you guys need to separate, good news, you just did.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Even if we got back to it, I'm not going to separate because the internet is outraged.
No, I'm just saying, I know, but what I'm saying is there's no way to really still be mad about it.
The stupid shit is somebody saying, "Oh, that's pedophilia." I thought she was 18, and I've been with her for 17 years. Now, if we get a divorce and I start dating another 15-year-old, okay, I guess fucking cancel me, okay?
Amen.
But I'm not going to apologize because my adult 31-year-old wife was fucking 15 and lied about her age when we got together. Sorry.
I need a stress cookie.
The issue isn't so much pedophilia, Mike. It's the fact that anybody looking at it from outside looking in looks like you commit a statutory rape, regardless if you want to.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Boogie, call the cops on me. Or Wayne's call the cops.
I don't want to call the cops on you. I like you as a person.
Listen, I'm living in a situation where I don't give a fuck what they're outraged about, dude. We've been together for 17 years. I don't care. Cry about it. Be angry.
I don't even know if
I don't know
care
what Keem wants to do with all this. I mean, like, I when I seen this shit go down on Queens, I'm like, God, why y'all got to talk about this shit on Queens?
You think I want to fucking talk about it? There's fucking videos about it. I was on Drama Alert about it. I've been people have tried to cancel me over it. This is some shit. I can't fucking control it. I was lied to. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I have no answers for you. I got really no answers for you. It's a fucked up subject with no way, and it makes everybody look bad.
Jordy, you got this. I need food.
Okay.
It's a shitty situation that I'm fucking caught in. Like, I'm being called a fucking pedophile because I met my wife of fucking 17 years when she was 15 and lied about her age. The fuck am I supposed to do?
Well, the issue I have with that is the fact that you can't be that dumb to be like, look at a 50-year-old and not know she's lying to you. It's different if she was actually 17, because like the difference between a 17 and an 18-year-old looks wise is very little. The difference between a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old is a huge gap.
You're acting like I thought she was 28 years old. Okay. She said she was fucking 18. She was 15. I'm sorry. There wasn't that much of a difference. She looked the same when she was 18. I mean, she looks like, I don't like.
Hell, look, let me show y'all what she looks like. Here, y'all want to see her? This is him and his wife. And this was, I think, 7 years ago. So she would have been, she's 31 now. 24. She was 24 back in this picture. And she still looks like a 15-year-old to me. I don't, maybe it's just me. But this is them. I think this one is not recent, but maybe like 5-6 years ago. And then I think this is the most recent one.
Excuse me.
Well, even if you take the looks out of it, like her going to school.
Oh yeah, I thought she was
learning to drive. Like, because one of your big things is like, oh, this person can drive. Could she drive at 15? I don't think so. Not in South Carolina.
Yeah, she was driving.
Because you only could get your learner's permit at 15, and you get your actual license at 16.
Well, she was driving to my house. That's why we started dating, because I was like, hey,
you live in like the same trailer park area. Like,
no. She lived in Somerville. I lived in North Charleston. But like, she was coming to my house. She was spending like Thursday to like fucking Monday at my house. Like, her school situation.
And see, she was spending like Thursday to Monday at his house with him. So her parents would be, it seems like there was a lack of parenting, to be quite honest.
And she was going like some days at night.
A lack of guidance to a young girl.
Marie messaged you and she said you haven't heard from you.
What is Keem doing?
I can't see anything.
Oh, he's
I'm out of stress cookies. All I have is this.
Oh, you got that Rice Krispie treat?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Lewis Keem. What you got for us?
Nothing. I'm just pissed off. I want to get away from this fucking situation. I'm sick of getting gaslit into people saying that I'm defending it, which I'm not. I'm also sick of people saying that, oh, I can't work with Mike because he's a pedophile, which he is not. You know, it's like, this is a unique situation, all right, that is not comparable to Dr. Disrespect or whatever these other motherfuckers are saying, all right?
But it kind of is.
I have been through hell and back to expose people online that are a danger to fucking kids. Mike is not a danger to kids online. He is not. Does that mean I'm defending him and Bridget fucking getting married 17 years ago? No, I'm not defending that at all.
And like, Keem, the question becomes, what should have I have done in that situation?
But the fact is, and I get that one little part, is he defending Bridget and Michael getting married 17 years ago? No, but what can he do about it now is what he's saying.
At all.
Like, he's saying if he would have known that 17 years ago at the time it happened, he absolutely would not have fucked with him. But, you know, meeting him so much longer later, like, he's like, what can I do about it now?
And like, Keem, the question becomes, what should have I have done in that situation?
I don't know.
You didn't find out. You didn't find out till it was too late, right?
What do you mean?
Like, you didn't know she was an adult by the time you realized, right?
Well, she was 17.
Okay.
But I mean, we were together for 2 years.
Nunya, and the reason I think that's because grooming is such a long-term thing that happens, unless, you know, things are found out. But a lot of situations, I mean, I'm sure there are situations where they end up getting married just like this one, but more likely than not, you hear about it being cut off and she's a victim. But grooming is such a long process in this situation because they got married and had kids. So you can't for sure say that if she would have known better or had some kind of guidance that she would have still made those choices. But I think it does matter what she says. She says she's good, she's fine. This is who she's with. This is her life, and people need to mind their fucking business. And I think her voice matters most of all. But even when she talks now, like we just heard her on the last clip, she's saying, "What the fuck? I'm the one that lied," and blah, blah, blah. When she talks, people still see her as talking from a groomed perspective. I don't necessarily see that.
By that point.
Okay. I mean,
let me end my 2-year relationship.
Yeah, what could you do? You would take like a short break and then
Was
get
her
back
parents
together.
cool with it?
Well, no, here's the thing, Wings. She lied to her mom about my age.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Yes,
I understand. How old did she think you were?
She was a victim, and I think people struggle because they still see her as a victim because they still see it as ongoing grooming.
Like she told her parents.
I've never asked that question. You'd have to ask her that. But she said she told her mom I was younger than I was. But I'm pretty sure her mom doesn't hate me now.
Mike, I still love you. You know, we're always going to be friends.
Boogie, what should I have done in that situation?
I don't know.
Supposed to, we met on MySpace. I just got over a breakup with another girl who was of age, by the way.
Yeah.
We just got over a fucking breakup. She added me on MySpace. She said her thing said she was 18. Right? Like, we started talking. At one point, I'm like, we're going to the movies. We're about to walk into fucking
I agree, Nunya, and that's where the unknowingly impressing upon a child could have happened.
The porno. It's not like I asked her to buy the tickets.
When did you guys move in together? What were the ages then?
Hey, Trippy Hippie.
I think 2012. So I don't know. Like, she was definitely an adult. She was going to college at the time, so, and I already knew her age by that point.
Yeah, that's part of the grooming,
Anyhow.
Pam.
All right.
It's like, listen, I bought the fucking, she couldn't have bought movie tickets, but I didn't fucking know because I paid for the motherfuckers. So at no point am I supposed to be like, hey, can I see your ID? Like I'm a fucking clerk at 7-Eleven. Like, this is just not something you do. I took her at fucking face value. And I'm not even sorry she did it. She's one of my favorite people in the world. We have 2 kids. We've been together for fucking 17 years. If we divorce, she's still going to be my best friend.
What does she want to divorce you about?
That is not for this show. Boogie knows the story, but.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and the simplest answer is sometimes people just drift apart, man.
Right. Like I understand, like Boogie's amped and rear up to give half his income away to another woman.
No. Me and Desi have always planned a prenup. This is my second marriage. On your second one, you're
okay. So let's move on to what happened as a result from this. So let me go to the timestamp. Michael decided to get revenge on Becky.
Punish us and put us in this time slot. And between that and the fact that Michael's going to be coming after me today, and I have a pretty good idea what that's probably about, I'm just enjoying the few minutes of peace I have with you guys before I bring them in, because this is not going to be good. I'm getting into the Discord now.
Oh, there she goes. Hey, Beck.
Hi. I am not happy.
I can tell.
I don't think any of us are, Becky.
So what are you so upset about, Michael? Why are you up? What?
I don't know, Becky. Why do you think I'm so fucking pissed off right now?
Because of the time slot change?
Why did more, dude, it's more than that, okay? The entire day has been just, let's just not do it. What is the show?
Listen,
I don't want to talk about that. Honestly, I'm tired of airing out bullshit like this over like the thing. I didn't know we were live yet. I was talking to Tina before you came in. We're just pissed.
I'm pissed too. I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I talk about anything, I get in fucking trouble. If I don't talk, I get in trouble. There's a super chat coming in. It's fucking slow. I have the world's biggest headache.
Hear it.
It's not playing at the moment. It was playing before. Fucking hope I don't have an issue with donos right now. All times.
Becky?
What? No, I don't think so. I'll just read this one. It's Australian. Maybe that's why. It says, "We love you, Becky. You are the original queen. Without you, there's no show. Becky is our queen, goddess." Well, that's nice. And ruler. Becky, you are truly the greatest, and we love you. Thank you. Well, the problem is
I guess we're gonna find out if there's no show without you or not, aren't we, Becky? Did you tell them you fucking quit like 2 hours
No,
ago?
Deets.
Yeah, I told them
No, Deets, because the older you are, the more you're supposed to be more mature, right? So a 16-year-old is not gonna have the same, I don't know the right words to use. They're not going to think about things. Let me think of how I want to say this. A 16-year-old is not necessarily supposed to know better, but you would expect a 22-year-old to know better.
Fucking quit. I told them I quit because I'm tired of dealing with the bullshit around here. No matter what I do, if I talk, I get in trouble. If I don't talk, I get in trouble. If I play it safe, I get in trouble. If I don't cause enough chaos, I get in trouble. No matter what I do, I get in trouble. Then I get punished, and it causes all of us to get punished.
Gaslighting doesn't work here, okay?
No, I don't like the. Yeah, we don't do black and white over here. There are so many other ways to look at things than just black or white. Andy, don't take your ass out of here. If it's a problem, let a mod know and they'll take care of it.
You're gaslighting. Okay, the reason shit happens tonight
Sad
is
World
because
super chatted $20. Becky, if you leave, I will kilometers in Minecraft.
No, you won't. You'll be fine. But go ahead, Michael.
oh, all fucking day. Okay, the reason that we are on at fucking midnight is because of Becky. There's nobody fucking watching us.
Well, I don't think a 16-year-old can groom a 15-year-old. That's my opinion. I don't know if that's statistically correct, but in my opinion, I can't see a 16-year-old grooming a 15-year-old because they just don't have I feel like they wouldn't have the knowledge, the experience, the maturity, the know-how to manipulate or gaslight someone a year younger than them.
Nobody's gonna send any fucking money now. We're talking to fucking nobody because all day long, Becky woke up crying and shitting her fucking pants. And she sent how many voice memos did you send her today?
Not even that many. It was like 4, but he can't even handle
Thank
fucking
you, Beats. Wrong one, Dad.
Like 14. Okay, he's literally live on Locale Live, and Becky.
Sorry, Andy. He didn't mean to, Andy. I'm sorry. He got the wrong one.
He is screaming in her phone, "Why isn't she responding to me?" And Keemstar isn't even aware she's
you're right,
while he
Trippy.
is live.
Okay, first of all, it wasn't on Lolcow Live. It was on Mafia Milkers. And I have an issue with that too. It's just one of the fucking ways Keem set me up to what?
We're sending him voice memos all night, Becky, while he was on Lolcow.
Let me skip
But here's the
around.
problem.
I'm trying to show y'all what caused because I don't want to go through this whole live, but there's a part where he is trying to get revenge on her and shows that she was a paid cuddler, and we all know you ain't just cuddling, right? So it was dirty in my opinion because she wasn't the one to bring up the whole grooming thing in the first place. It was a chatter that brought it up. She did use it to she weaponized that same thing later when they were arguing, but his whole purpose, the sole purpose of doing this live stream and him coming on here on this one was to expose her for being what he basically claims is a prostitute. She was a professional cuddler and she was a sugar baby. I don't give a fuck about either one of those. I just don't. Get your money, girl. Get your bag.
Go into it.
At least she wasn't fucking with 15, 14-year-olds.
Owe this show back. You owe these people that stood here night after night after night with us yelling and screaming and hee-hawing and everything else. And besides that, I took a frozen cake to the fucking face. We done shock collars. Come on.
Becky's house clouds her judgment. Delusional AF.
He is delusional. There's so much stuff that you told me that I told nobody else. So much stuff that I told you that's like the prostitution thing. I never said that to
what? More does go into grooming. Grooming is a manipulation thing, in my opinion. I don't know. I just don't see it the same. I don't see an 18-year-old having more. We're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that because I can't. There's a huge, huge difference in a 22-year-old grooming a 15-year-old than an 18-year-old grooming a 17-year-old. That they don't even equate in my mind.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying the thing.
You prostituted before that, Becky?
Tina, stop for a second.
No, I have never fucking prostituted. What the fuck do you mean by that, Michael?
I'm a fucking webcam off.
Q yes super chatted $20. Tina, you hate Becky and you treat her like shit. You just said on Rewind that you and Mike can easily do the show alone. Becky, make sure you inform viewers where you are going so we can follow you.
That's not what I said. I said, if Becky's going to quit before we leave the show high and dry, I need to make money too, you guys. I left my own channel to come over here and make something work. Me and Mike could do it. It didn't mean I wanted her gone, but if she chose to leave, what do you want me to fucking do?
I have never been a fucking whore in my life, and you know it.
Oh. Just drop it there. Oh, I don't, because we'll argue about it.
I was quitting. Becky said she would handle it. So now all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. Fuck you.
Just drop it there.
Oh my God. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking
You don't look
mad.
mad to me. You don't look mad to me.
I'm fucking mad that Keem talked me into coming on here just so I'm gonna have to fucking deal with this. Just fucking say it, Michael. It's gonna be even worse if they start imagining. You know, I have never, ever been a prostitute.
Well, it looked like prostitution to me, Becky. Okay, how much? Okay, fuck it.
Yeah, how much does she charge for a blowjob?
Do you think you're gonna do?
And you know, that's a good example, Long Island Girl, is like, I think if you're in it or you've been in a situation like that, you see it differently. I do. And that's why I think Bridget has her own voice. And if she says, this is who she's with, this is who she loves, fuck all the other stuff, fuck her being 15 and him 22, all of that, she's saying, this is who I chose to create a life with. And I think that matters. That's her decision.
Do. No. Fuck. Put your fucking phone down. Put your phone down before you make a mistake. You can't take back.
Okay, so that was the whole point in this live stream, was to get revenge on her and put out all the stuff she's told him in private. Okay, so then they do that for a little while, and then eventually she walks off. She's done with it. So today, while Mafia Milkers were live, Keem went in the Discord and said that he basically fired Michael. Yes, he's still a co-owner of the show, but he doesn't get to appear on the show anymore, and he is no longer allowed in the Discord. So that's what this is. Okay,
What was he saying?
I didn't hear it.
It's probably talk earlier today in the server. People that wanted Mike banned decided, since they weren't getting their way and Mike wasn't banned at that time, that they were going to.
He showed him on the screen twice.
What are you doing? I'm doing a show.
Sorry, I'm freezing. So
I'm trying to explain something. You do this every time.
Go
you
ahead.
Get up and walk away. Or you fucking eat
I didn't think
food,
you could hear me. I thought
or
if I
you
covered
eat
my mic,
food.
you can't hear
Well,
me.
dude, there's a
Look,
mute
there's a
button.
red button on
There's
your
a
thing.
This one was tonight. It was from 6 to 8. So just a couple hours ago.
Press that.
mute button, dude. Every single time. I got serious shit to talk about today. Don't fucking do this. I swear to God. As I was saying, people that are fucking mad about the Mike situation, all right, that didn't get their way because I didn't kick Mike off the show, all right, went and decided to start another rumor in our Discord that there's a video of Brantley admitting she was 17 when I met her, okay?
Brantley is his girlfriend now.
And I go, where's the video? Send me the video, right? Of course, they don't have it because it doesn't exist. It's well documented. I met Brantley when she was 20, right? So they're literally just making up shit now because they're mad about the Mike situation. So I banned them. I gave them plenty of time to send me the video that they were talking about. They literally ignored me. So I banned them because I'm sick of this shit. Then the next thing was a bunch of other people.
She cuddled you long time.
And everything else. Those people got fucking banned. Then on the Rust server, completely unrelated, right? Big homie starts making allegations that the people in my base are spawning stuff, and we're not. If you spawn stuff in a rust,
Nobody
in
cares
the
about
feed,
that.
so now he's threatening to.
Basically, Keem's pitching a fit because he's catching a lot of heat.
Today, I was fighting with more people over the mic situation in the Discord, saying, "Look, literally nothing can be done." All right, she is 1 year
That's
old.
true, though.
Bridget is saying she is not a fucking victim.
And that matters. That's what you don't get to choose if somebody's a victim all the time. You don't get to necessarily make that decision, especially when they're out here speaking up for themselves. But the problem is, like I stated earlier, with grooming comes whatever she says is from a groomed perspective, a groomed mindset. And I just don't believe that.
Okay. Bridget is saying she lied to Mike. They are married with kids. This happened 17 years ago. Nothing can be done. Going
Period.
back and forth.
I agree
and
with
then
that.
Finally, I hit a fucking wall. And I go, you know what? Instead of arguing with these people, let me start reading the criticism. So I took a long time, started reading through the Reddit, started reading comments, started like listening to all the criticism. A lot of it's fucking just dumb shit, which, you know, you have to ignore. Oh, you're a pedo supporter. Obviously, I'm not. I have a whole career of fucking exposing this shit. Or the gaslighting. Oh, you're defending this. No, we're not. No, we're fucking not. Get fucking banned. Fuck you. But the real criticism, I read. Then I called Nicholas Diorio, and I was hoping for a private chat to explain the situation, and I wanted his thoughts, you know, as one would do, talk to their peers when they're put in a fucking weird, difficult situation. Couldn't have a private chat with him because he was live streaming. I'm like, fuck it, we'll just have it on live stream. Had a live stream on it, told him what was going on, and he's like, bro, you can't be working with him. I understand it's a fucking weird gray situation, but you can't be working with him. So I've been battling with this over and over again. Like, what is the morally?
Nick give you a reason why you couldn't work with him other than the accusation?
Nick just said, like, optically, what the fuck are you doing? You can't work with him based on this.
Basically, you can't work with him because it's going to look bad on you, is what Keemstar was told. So he made the decision and told Mike he couldn't appear on the shows anymore and he couldn't be in the Discord.
Here's my thought process.
And to me, that's just too much because we're back to the point of there's nothing you can do about it now.
Still with this, right? I understand people make fucking mistakes, but how long until the punishment fits the crime, right? Like, is he supposed to wear this his entire life? Like, he's never allowed to work with anybody ever again? Like, what time frame are we looking at here?
So this is what I've decided on. Okay. I put a statement out in the Discord. My job, first of all, this is all of our community. It's all of our community, right? But I'm the leader of it. And this decision lands on my fucking desk, right? I stand by everything I said about Mike. I don't think Mike is a danger to anyone. All right. I would let Mike watch.
I don't think he necessarily is either. I really don't. I don't think he's a danger to anyone. The problem I had earlier with this other numbnut right here was saying that he won't do it again. And you just can't state that so factually, because you don't know. You don't know if your brother's going to do it tomorrow. You know, you just don't know those things.
My 15-year-old daughter. I would trust him too. All right. I stand by all that. However, I'm the one that this is on my fucking plate. I got to make the right call here. And if I really care about the protection and the safety of everyone here, not that Mike's a danger, but is it right for our host, our fans, everyone involved in Local Live to be associated with this situation? It's not our situation. No, it's not. It's not fucking right for anyone to be associated with this. So I made the call today to kick Mike completely off of Queens, Yes, I know he owns it. Me and him own it. All right. But I do have the power to kick him off the camera. He's not allowed to be like on the show anymore. He's been kicked off. He's also been banned from our Discord, and he will not be seen. I know that's not going to make
I just think that's super extreme. And what he's doing is he's taking the minority of people who are saying that, you know, they feel a certain way about it and him having contact with them. He's taking the minority against the, I don't know what the other word, majority. Because a majority, they did a poll. They had 7,000 people in this live. I think it was 26 to 70 something. 70% were like, no, we want Mike to still be around. And I think it was like 23% were like, no, you made the right decision.
anyone happy. In fact, the people that are defending Mike are probably going to be really fucking pissed off that I made this call. And the people that want Mike gone are going to say, not good enough. You're still working with him. Well, there ain't shit I can do about that. So there's no fucking win at all for anyone. What I do know,
he owns 25%. What can you do?
What I do know is after I made this statement, on the Twitter, or excuse me, on the Discord, multiple women felt like it was now safe to talk and we're celebrating I got rid of Mike. So there's another fuck up that I did. I guess me arguing this and me fighting and saying, look, nothing can be done, or created an environment where people couldn't even speak freely because they were worried that I was going to ban them or something, right? So that's another big fuck up on my part that just hit me today. So
I don't know. I talked to Mike a little bit ago, and I want to make it abundantly clear this will not change my friendship with that guy. If people want to come and meet for that, that's fine. I've been friends with him for 10 years. If I have kids, he's welcome to babysit them. He can do whatever he wants to. I trust that guy explicitly.
Yeah, I stand by it. Mike is not a friggin' predator. He's not.
Yep, he can come to my house any day of the week. I just invited him here. I told him if you need a break, come here.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessary. I can never say that factually. I don't think he's necessarily a predator today. Was he a predator back then? It seems like it.
His relationship with Bridget, wrong as hell, guilty as hell, fucking throw him in jail. But I'm not in fucking 2001 when it happened, or whatever fucking year it was. All right.
No.
I'm dealing with this 17 years later when they're married with kids. So it's not the same situation. It's a little different. It's gray. It's not black and white.
That's right. It is gray.
I think Jordy brings up something interesting. How long does the commentary community stick something to you? How long?
Okay, let me find the next.
You have to pay for a mistake you made 17 years ago.
So this is when Tina.
I need alcohol.
Mike's best friend Tina. This is when she comes up and she gives her opinion on it. This is the one that's always fighting with Savage.
It's your show, not the Discords. It's my community. It's my community. My job is to not just protect the host and the shows, but also the fans.
I told Tina she can come in. So what do you got to say, Tina?
Listen, Keem did the right thing, but at the end of the day, our Queen show is just as good as Locale Live. Y'all just ain't gonna put any motherfucking dick rider with me. Number one. And number two, we have been fucking dealing with this bullshit for over 13 fucking
Travel
years.
Minute super chatted
Get over it already.
$24.36.
Y'all are putting the pressure
With
on
Savage
Keem.
on local.
Hold on, we got a donation, Tina. Hold on.
Hinted she's open to the idea of being moved to Queens.
Me either, Matt. Mike doesn't make me uncomfortable at all. I think this was a drastic decision. I don't think he should have been removed from the Discord. I don't think he should be told not to show up on any of the shows or Queens. I think they should have addressed it the way they did and kept it pushing.
Tina, you know, Mike's off the show and Becky quit. Who the fuck are we gonna have run Queens with you right now? Like, we gotta have somebody in place.
long beard and said he likes to eat pussy, said he'll get out there and start OBS. I'll do it my goddamn self. Y'all ain't gonna run my show in the ground. I made a lot of money over there.
Goose
I
super
understand that, but we got to
$20
have
and
somebody
1
to
cent.
go with you.
February came
I'll
early.
do it myself.
Desperate times
Hold on.
call for
Hold on.
desperate measures. Pinkies up for Keem.
She's only on here yelling for a few minutes, y'all. Bear with it.
Tina, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best to make the right calls.
I know.
This is not easy. This is.
I know.
There's any decision I make, 50% of the audience wants my head.
I know. It's sad. But when it comes to their skeletons coming out of their closet, though, let's see how they feel. Because not to be funny, Keen, you've done this on Drama Alert. We have been riding with this bullshit since Charlie Chill days, since AGP days. Everybody's known about it. Why is it such a big fucking deal now?
I don't know. I thought this was common knowledge. It is common knowledge.
It is.
Literally millions of people know this. Mike already got canceled 7 years ago for this, and nobody cared. You know, it's
nobody.
So
yeah. It's also common knowledge that they lifted each other out of poverty. It's also common knowledge they got each other out of fucked up homes. It's also common knowledge that they fucking made each other millionaires. It's also common knowledge that they gave each other 2 beautiful children and 17 wonderful years. But people don't seem to give a shit about that either.
We're all bitch
And that's true. That's true.
about it, but her mother's not. Not one time has her mother done an interview about any of this. So why are we doing this 17 years later? Because the show's doing good and y'all are jealous? Mike really enjoys himself on there. I finally see the real Mike. He's having fun, doing something he loves. And you guys are so jealous, you're going to use anything
Becky
against
needs
him.
to back. She brings in that money.
You know what the other thing that's going through my mind?
Mr. Jockstrap super chatted $20. Keem, I've been drinking since you called into Nick's show. You've got some catching up to do. I thought this was America.
I made a promise to not drink for the month of January, and I'm going to keep it. Another thing that's really bothered me about this is like Mike is going through a tough time right now with the divorce and everything. And it's like, this was his escape. And now I have to tell him, hey, you're off the show. Like, you know, like that was not a good phone call to fucking have. But it's like,
he was crying. I went over to his house to give his kids some balls, and he was crying. Yep. Shit. I don't know what to tell you, but Mike's giving everybody a chance. Mike's taking his own shirt off his back to give to others. And I can't believe you guys are going to hold the fact that he fell in love with somebody who was young. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, Keem, then I want you to do a statistic here in South Kakalaki. I was 15 years old dating a 21-year-old man. Not that it's right, but it happened. Why are we holding Mike to a higher fucking standard than everybody else in the world?
Super chatted $20. Why are we on Keem's ass when Keem is the OG PDF hunter?
Yeah, no shit.
I know. When I was getting called, I support this. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what I've done? Come on.
You took him to Drama Alert. I know what you've done.
No, this motherfucker has taken down more pedophiles than anybody else on YouTube.
I understand that. I get it. I've watched Keemstar for years. I've seen it, and I've also seen where he's made a mistake before, and somebody wasn't a pedo. So we all make mistakes, you guys. Mike made a mistake 17 years ago. We are not God. We are not the judge and the jury. He changed his life. He married her. He has kids. He has a home. Why are we all going to sit there and judge this man by a decision that was made 17 fucking years ago? He didn't kill somebody.
Warlord Creepy super chatted $24.34. Cancel culture.
That is a good point, Lindsay Lee. We can't say, I'm just saying that no matter what actions he did or things he said, it could have been a type of grooming because she was an impressionable 15-year-old girl with what seems like very little guidance. But no, nobody can say for sure he groomed her. No, I mean, it's an assumption. It's an assumption because what does a 22-year-old have in common with a 15-year-old? I'm not sure. But
has won.
None of us were there. We don't know what he did, what he said, how he acted. He could have been immature as fuck. I'm assuming he was because he's still immature as fuck. So I don't know.
Keem, I don't hold you responsible. I respect you for what your decisions you make. But I'm
hey,
y'all know I love Mike. and my loyalty lays with Mike. It wasn't right what he did back then, but I didn't know him back then.
$20.
So therefore, I can't judge
Props
him.
to Keem
I
for
love
doing
Mike.
the right thing. Also for staying sober.
Chill
I'm
force.
just telling you. When everybody gave up on me, Mike always stuck his neck out for me. Y'all can call me a simp, call me whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, when this Queens came up, he gave me the opportunity of a lifetime to get out of poverty, and I owe him the rest of my life. Y'all have a great show, but my loyalty lies with Mike. Sorry.
Love you, Tina.
Sorry, Tina.
Okay, so that's how Tina feels about it. That's his bestie. And tonight, this is what Becky and Tina both said about it.
Are you surprised to see me? I'm surprised to be here. A whole fucking lot has gone down since yesterday. Yeah, I see the tomatoes. We're going to talk through all of this. You know, I was going to start by discussing it a bit myself, but maybe I think this is just something I should do with Tina here. I think we should all go through this together. So let me go ahead and bring her on air. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Becky.
So I didn't really do my usual intro because I thought that we should go through this together because this is a pretty big fucking thing. I'm just going to kind of go over what happened to bring everybody up to speed. Yesterday, I ended up quitting after RTU crashed our stream. He made me really upset and I pulled the plug and said I quit. But after that, I ended up finding out today that Michael was removed from the show due to complaints about him and Bridget. I'm just going to give my personal opinion on it first. I said this on Lolcow Live. I think it really sucks that he's not here. Mike is a massive part of this show. He might have been mostly behind the scenes. Mads, welcome to Cash Cow, but he was a huge, huge part of it. And he's a huge part of what gave us structure and kept us on track.
Stop, MK.
And I loved working with him. And I can't speak to what happened in the past, but coming forward to the present as a coworker and as somebody who worked under him, I really fucking miss having him here. I feel like this really sucks. I understand why the decision had to be made, but I feel like it sucks. Tina, please, do you have anything you want to share? If you're ready. If you're not, it's okay.
Listen, you guys, we all have skeletons in our closet. We are not the judge and jury. God is. What we do on earth determines where we go when we leave. But y'all got it all wrong about Mike. You really do. Mike will give you anything he has. And we fought for years because of people telling him lies and him thinking I didn't respect the things he did. But my dad truly loved Mike, because when our air conditioner went out and my dad was 80 years old, Mike got it fixed. Mike's done a lot of tremendous things. Yeah, what he did was wrong. I don't want to talk about that. That's 17 years ago. But I never cry. My loyalty lies with Mike. I'm sorry. What he does when he leaves this earth is when he pays for whatever mistake.
Right, Stevie, but he didn't even get charged with statutory. That's what I'm saying. So why? I just think it's okay to say, hey, he was fucked up back then. He should have, considered things a little more. He should have made better decisions, but it doesn't have anything to do with him now, current day. It doesn't mean that it's an action he's going to continue. We can't say he won't, but it's not like a set in stone, like this is who he is, in my opinion.
We all say he did, but let's all pull all the skeletons out of all of our closets. And I remember when I went to Mike and said, listen, Mike, I was molested as a child by my real father. And they went online and did an interview with my sister to make sure the right father molested me. And
I know they're getting out of control.
And he stood right there. But I look at Mike now as a father, a husband, and his 2 babies. You couldn't ask for a better father. And my loyalty will always lie with Mike. He loved this show. He loved doing work for this show. I see that zest in him that's been taken since his dad died. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to. He don't pay me underneath the table. I've done videos for free because he's family. And y'all dogged him for a mistake he supposedly made 17 years ago. And I am never going to forgive that. Keem was in a tough situation. But when I started this show was because Mike gave me the opportunity to get out of the life I live. And I'm never going to forgive him, and I'm always going to stand with him, regardless of what any of you think.
Tina, you're
If we're
gonna
gonna hold
fucking make
everybody
me cry.
accountable, then we need to hold people accountable for going real life on people. We need to hold people accountable for fucking terrorizing people. We need to go life on people stalking people, swatting people. Literally made my son's living hell. Put a fucking mugshot out saying he raped a 4-year-old. Fake proof. If we're gonna hold everybody accountable, we hold everybody accountable, not just one person.
Listen, I'm seeing you guys in the chat. You've come up with a chant for this. Bring back Mike or we go on strike. Here's the thing. When you're telling us this, you're preaching to the choir. We want him here. What I'm going to say, and nobody's telling me to say this, so I hope I'm not saying or fucking anything up by saying this, but one of the places that was hardest on Mike was the Reddit. It was just filled with haters. If you could take what you're saying here, if you want him back on the show, and you could post that on the subreddit, if you could post that in the comments, if you could make videos about it, if you make videos, do that so that the good people got heard, because it was a minority of complainers that made this happen. And listen, nobody is, if what happened back then happened, if what people are claiming happened, if it did, nobody supports that. Nobody supports that. But nobody would ever. I mean, look at Tina. When does she ever fucking cry? This is very hard for both of us. This is I can say that, you know, let me talk about the situation a little bit, what happened. Well, Tina, take your time. You'll be fine. This is definitely an episode where I don't think we're going to be fighting. I don't have any sort of docket planned. This is just a time, I think, for us to come together and heal, because I've often said that all of us together are like a family. Mike, Tina, they're my family. Keem's my family. You guys in the chat are like my extended family. And what you guys see is you get to see us come on camera for 2 hours a day, but you don't get to see all the hours, all the other.
Oh shit, I was muted. Thank you, Southern Gal. Sorry. Let me see. Let's see. I was answering some, who was it? Oh, Roro, who brought all this out publicly. Was it Mike? Yes. As far as I know, if I'm not mistaken, he made a video years ago about him and Bridget, and he brought that information out, and people were outraged by it. And that's when he, quote unquote, got canceled the first time. Like I said, I think once you're canceled, you're canceled. There's usually not a way. If you're really canceled, there's not usually a way to, you know, climb your way back up the ladder. But I digress. But what got it started this time was the show that we're watching right here, Lolcow Queens. There was a troll in the comments that super chatted and called Mike out about it. And that got the ball rolling again, years and years later.
Other hours of the day that we're talking to each other, planning shows, working together, sharing our lives together. Like I said, I can't say anything about his past, but I've never gotten bad vibes about Mike as a person. And through all my crash outs and everything, both him and Tina have pulled me up through them. Keem too, to an extent. I wouldn't be here if Mike hadn't been here. I don't want to start crying either, because one of us has got to pull it together. So today, if Tina's going to cry, I'll be the strong one. I feel like Tina and I are always on the same wavelength. If she's yelling, I'm yelling. If she's crying, then I'm crying. But I really think, guys, if you want him back, please post that on the Reddit. Please post these comments. I never thought my words were going to have this impact. And I think the reason they did is because they were magnified, because you guys picked up on some real bullying, I would call it, on some real bullying, and that magnified my words. I'll continue explaining in a second.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. That lets you know on the timeline of this most recent outrage, like where it began and how it continued, to him being removed from the show and removed from the Discord today. I personally think that was too much. I mean, you're punishing them for something that happened almost 20 years ago. His wife says she's not a victim. She, you know, she has her own voice and her own feelings about this. And I think those do matter. And I think the fact that he has children does matter. Like, it's not like this was something that is so obtuse. Does that make sense? Like, there's so many different angles to look at this from. But I thought it would be a good conversation to have, because it was just like, damn, my mind is all over the place. And I just wanted to know how y'all felt about it. Yeah, not everything is grooming, but he was definitely wrong. He was absolutely wrong. I agree. Age equals grooming. If they are underage, person is a groomer. That's how I understood. I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would say that when you're substantially, a good bit older, like, okay, if it was a 20-year-old with a 30-year-old, is that 30-year-old grooming her? Not necessarily. But that's because a 20-year-old, even though her brain is not to its full maturity, can kind of, weigh things out a little more than a 15-year-old. That's my perspective. A 15-year-old can't consider the things a 20-year-old could. But again, it doesn't mean he necessarily groomed her, but in situations like this, when it pertains to an underage child, a 15-year-old with a 22-year-old, that's what everybody automatically assumes is statutory. That's the main things that come up: statutory rape, grooming. And out of all of, like, I can absolutely understand the grooming part of it, just because she doesn't have the thought processes that he did back then. She just didn't. She wasn't capable of having those thought processes back then, right? But she is capable now as a grown-ass woman of considering those things and thinking through those things. And if she has taken the time to consider and think through it, and she says, I'm not a victim, that should be taken. That should be accepted, and it should be moved on from, in my opinion. Okay, so, whew. Yeah, because Keemstar, when they say this was brought up years ago on Drama Alert is Keemstar. Like, that was his show. He exposed Mike many years ago about this. But then once he understood the situation more, right, which is that they're married with children now, going on about their lives, it kind of changed things for him. Now it's an issue because we live in 2025 and everybody's woke as fuck, and they're finding a huge, a lot of people, minority compared to the whole group. Like, it's a tiny percentage of people that are tripping about it, but they're giving Keemstar hell about it on Reddit and the Discord. And now he's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What do I need to do? He reached out to a friend, and that friend said, well, you can't be in a business relationship with him if this is something he's known for and known for doing back then. And so that's why Keemstar made the decision to get rid of him completely out of the Discord and off the shows. It does come down to money, because he's saying he wants to protect the co-hosts, all the other hosts of all the other shows, and the fans, right? But then when they asked, well, has any of the co-hosts complained? He was like, no, not at all, not one. Okay, so that's just an excuse. The co-hosts don't have any problems with this. The people, and that's the co-hosts between all the shows, not just the one show he appears on. But all the co-hosts said, no, what the fuck? this isn't a big deal. It's not a make or break for me. So I guess it just comes down to the fans. It comes down to the people giving him a hard time. And he's choosing to cater to the ones that are giving him a hard time instead of considering the friendship that he's created with Mike over the years. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, Deets did a live earlier. I'm going to leave y'all with this, okay? Deets did a live earlier about replayed content, and fair use and acknowledgments and all the things that we do as channel holders. That's what she called us, channel holders, because we don't necessarily create our own content. A lot of us don't. But as channel holders, what we do is we commentate, we do commentary, we do exactly what I just showed y'all I was doing. Well, apparently, somebody had a problem with some things said that didn't even pertain to them, and demanded an apology from me, Deets, and Funya Nunya. So, let me think of how I want to go about this. Laura, nobody was talking about you. What was said about you was what was said. Nobody said you were in Zav Girl's ear. I think we specifically said who I thought was in Zav Girl's ear, and it wasn't you. You didn't even come to mind. But anyways, you want your apology, and this is what I got to say for your apology. I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Fuck your feelings, but fuck your feelings. Nigga, fuck your feelings, fuck your feelings. Nigga, fuck your feelings, nigga, fuck